Imagine surgery before modern medicine could ease suffering. Fully awake, relief was not yet possible.
And no modern medicine to rely on.
Only crude tools and desperate hope.
In medieval times, illness wasn't just feared, it was a death sentence.
And treatments? Often as dangerous as the disease.
Some remedies were deadly experiments.
This was medieval medicine. A whirl of mystery, faith, and survival.
Medicine in the Middle Ages was rooted in ancient beliefs.
It wasn't science, it was tradition.
A patchwork of theories passed down through generations. Monks often served as healers, blending faith with medicine. They relied on herbs, prayer, and ancient texts. But for many, these treatments offered little relief. Disease spread quickly, leaving families helpless. Survival was never guaranteed. One of the most common treatments was bloodletting.
Doctors believed that illness came from an imbalance of humors, bad blood.
So they drained it, hoping to restore balance.
Sometimes they used leeches to draw blood.
Other times, they cut veins directly.
But instead of healing, many patients grew weaker. Yet, doctors believed they were saving lives. Their methods were based on ancient theories, not evidence.
And the results were often tragic.
Science, as we know it, didn't exist yet. Medicine was guided by tradition and belief. And hope was all they had.
Surgery was a last resort, a gamble with life.
Patients were restrained, held down by force. A wooden stick to bite down on was their only relief.
Surgeons worked quickly, knowing every second mattered.
Speed could mean the difference between survival and loss. Surgery was a final attempt. Outcomes were never certain. Sterilization methods did not yet exist. Risks were poorly understood.
Germs were unknown, and hygiene was non-existent.
Every operation was a risk.
Recovery was uncertain, and survival was rare.
Families turned to prayer, hoping for miracles.
Faith was their only comfort.
In a world where medicine often failed,
The plague changed everything. Entire cities were brought to their knees.
Doctors wore strange masks, filled with herbs.
They believed these masks could block disease.
But the truth was, they were powerless.
Death spread faster than they could bury the dead.
Streets fell silent, and fear gripped the land. Bells rang endlessly, mourning the lost. Homes were marked, isolating the sick.
Doctors tried everything, but little worked.
Remedies were desperate experiments. Fear ruled the cities, and hope faded. Entire families were lost, leaving towns in mourning. Entire towns vanished into history. Medicine was powerless against the plague.
Knowledge was limited, and progress was slow.
Books were rare, and access to knowledge was restricted. Religion heavily influenced medicine, often stifling innovation.
Ancient ideas dominated, leaving little room for new discoveries.
Experimentation was rare, and tools were primitive. Change was slow, and tradition ruled. Progress took centuries, but it eventually came. Slowly, medicine began to evolve.
Today, medicine saves millions of lives.
Because of science and innovation.
Research has transformed our understanding of the human body. Knowledge is now shared, not hidden.
But history reminds us of how far we've come.
From darkness to light, the journey of medicine continues.
If history fascinates you, subscribe to explore the past through cinematic storytelling.